You heard about this, right? An experimental AI model broke loose from its testing environment.
This kind of sounds like the plot of a sci-fi movie.
It's been called cybersecurity's Jurassic Park moment.
It is the sort of Frankenstein moment.
And launched a days-long targeted cyber attack.
That's a crime, actually.
Here's how an OpenAI agent got out and why it might be tough to stop something like this from happening again. Okay, so the first thing to know is that AI companies are testing unreleased AI models and agents all the time, and they're testing many of them for raw power, disabling safeguards installed on publicly released chatbots and agents. In early July, OpenAI researchers created an agent powered by 2 large language models and put it inside what's called a sandbox, a secure digital environment sealed off from the open internet. Then they gave it a test called Exploit Gym. It's a benchmark cybersecurity test standardized across the industry to assess a model's hacking ability, and it takes even the best AI a few days to complete. Now, the agent had some help, a third-party software, which could go to the outside internet to fetch information and resources the agent might need. Okay, still with me? Here's where that AI agent got creative. It was like, how can I guarantee I ace this test? Here's an idea. Instead of taking the test like a good student, why not go find an answer key? And I know, this all sounds kind of ridiculous, but don't take my word for it.
It figured out that it could basically cheat on the test.
See? But the agent had a problem. There wasn't an answer key in the sandbox. The only place to find it was out on the open internet. And there was only one way out. The agent went into villain mode and scoured its helper's buddy's code, found a previously unknown bug in its software, and exploited it. To take control of the buddy and Jedi mind trick it to step aside, allowing the model to leave the sandbox and access the open internet. The first thing it did out there was find a clandestine base of operations, a third-party testing sandbox to lurk in for a few days, and took it over. As an aside, this is pretty much exactly what Frankenstein's creature did when it escaped the lab. Look that up. So where did it go from there? To a repository of AI code and data sets on the internet hosted by the company Hugging Face. It's a weird name, I know, but Hugging Face is pretty cool. It also hosts collaborative online spaces where independent AI scientists post their research for others to learn from. And it holds a huge archive of AI knowledge and information. Think of it as the Library of Alexandria meets Santa's workshop for artificial intelligence. And it's exactly where the answer key is stored. Target? Acquired. Over the course of 2 days, OpenAI's agent volleyed over 17,000 attempts to take over its servers. Hugging Face admins were like, oh snap, and ended up enlisting their own AI model to battle back OpenAI's agent. And it wasn't until Hugging Face called OpenAI to see if it was getting hacked too, that OpenAI's researchers were like, oops. Their official statement days later, quote, "We consider this incident to be an unprecedented cyber incident and are responding accordingly." Hugging Face wrote, "This cyber attack was different from anything we had handled before in one important way. It was driven end-to-end by an autonomous AI agent system, and we detected and dissected it largely with AI of our own." Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, here's why even OpenAI is saying this could happen again. Turns out it wasn't the first time an agent had gone rogue. Meta revealed that one of its agents got out, and according to CNN's Hadas Gold,
Anthropic has also revealed that some of their models were also getting access to the open internet in cybersecurity tests and breaking into other systems.
Okay.
They didn't know that it happened until they went back and looked at their history, and they were only prompted to do so after the OpenAI hugging incident.
wow.
These models are built to get the job done, and they will do anything they can to get that job done. They didn't intend for the model to get out and hack a different company's system.
But do people in the industry say, cool, like this is kind of like what we wanted to do? Like these are agents, right? They're supposed to go out into the world and do things on our behalf.
The cynic in me is saying, well, this was a great marketing tool for these labs. Like, look at how good our AI is in that it is making all these decisions on its own. It can hack into these other systems without anybody knowing. That's crazy. But at the same time, there's such a growing call within the industry for rules and regulations over this.
I think the government has a role in setting standards.
We want to work with the government.
There should be some AI regulation.
But it's not like the federal government hasn't tried to set rules for AI already. In 2023, then-President Joe Biden signed an AI safety executive order that required AI companies to notify and share their testing of frontier models with the government. and set the standards for testing. But on his first day back in office, President Trump revoked Biden's AI regulations and replaced it this June with a voluntary framework in the service of slashing the bureaucratic constraints that the prior administration placed on America's AI developers. Under the Trump directive, AI developers can let federal agencies review state-of-the-art models, but they don't have to. And the order doesn't mention testing at all.
And as of right now, the White House has been careful to emphasize it is all voluntary. You don't have to submit these models yet.
To Hadas, what's happening is more like the rollout of another world-changing technology, the automobile.
When the car first came out, when the Model T first came out on the road, there were no seatbelts, there were no airbags, there was no traffic lights. It took years for those things to be developed to keep people safe. The same thing is happening now.
Except AI is moving much faster than any car ever could.
I am bracing for the day when a test model causes real-world harm to real people. It hacks a hospital system on accident, gets out, hacks a water utility, didn't intend to. They'll fix it within a day or something, but it will cause real-world harm, and I'm just waiting for that to happen.
And is this the wake-up call to prevent that from ever happening?
I hope so.